How goes it, everybody? I am the world famous Fat Kid, and it is week 2 recap. And if you followed along at home, you already know what's going on. Oh, jeez. After such a good week 1. Yeah, I don't really want you to see it. It's not the worst I've ever done, but 7-9. Yeah, I made it hard to look at for a reason. Let's get that out of here. 7-9. That went poorly, all because of the morning, the early games, and starting off with a loss with Buffalo and Miami. I thought Miami was gonna play so much better, and then Buffalo just ran the ball down their throats. And I mean, the bigger issue there is Tua again with a head injury. Yikes. I don't want to speak for him, but that's what, 3 in the last 2 years. If it were me, but it's not, but if it were, I'd be done. But that's neither here nor there. Hopefully he comes out no ill effects, but here's hoping for Tua. Next, we're going to move on to, well, another game I got wrong, but this one being the bittersweet. The Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, obviously I picked the Ravens. I did not see this coming. Raiders couldn't move the ball in the first half. It was a very good defensive game, 9-6 at halftime. And then just Baltimore opened it up. Vegas started opening it up, and they started putting up points. But Raiders defense, I can't say won them the game, but it kept them hanging around for that offense to finally figure something out. So I'll take the loss on that one. That's an 0-2 start. It doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion. Good win. Woo! Next, the only lock that I picked that actually was a lock, was a blowout, was a guaranteed win, the Chargers and the Panthers. Crazy, right? Don't need to spend too much time on that. Chargers won. They beat them like 20-something to 3. It doesn't matter. The biggest surprise to me, though, was another one that I picked for a lock. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyway, I picked this as one of my 5 locks. This is why you don't listen to me about locks. The New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. New Orleans going into Dallas, there was no way the Saints were going to win. They beat up on a poor Panthers team. The offense played well against a bad team. Wow. 4 touchdowns by Alvin Kamara. 41-19. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was 41-19. The Saints whooped that ass. And that's, again, a bittersweet kind of a thing, because I hate the Cowboys. So I love seeing them lose, but I picked them to win. So that screws up my record again. Whatever. It is what it is, so we're moving on. Tampa Bay Bucks going into Detroit to play the Lions, and whoo boy, this apparently was a very good game. I caught bits and pieces of it, and it was just Godwin and Mike Evans are just beasts, apparently, is what I got from that game, because I saw the Lions took the lead late, and then the Bucks took it back The Lions had another shot, but couldn't convert on a fourth down. And, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm going to take a look. I got Tampa Bay 7-10. I may have to reevaluate that too. I'm going to have a lot of these preseason record guesses, predictions, just absolutely wrong. Tampa Bay might be better than I give them credit for. We'll see. Next, Indianapolis Colts going up against the Green Bay Packers. And I picked the Colts for some odd reason. Well, I know the reason. Because Malik Willis was playing, who played all right. He didn't make mistakes, so that gives you a chance to win a football game. Packers defense came into play, and they held Richardson and Taylor to very little. It was still a close game, 16-10. And the Packers had over 200 yards rushing in the first half. And they were leading by, I believe, 2 scores. And then they let Indy get back into it. Never let them take the lead, so that's the key. But I did not see a good game out of Malik Willis coming. Maybe it's because of the situation he was in Tennessee and, that terrible team. But whatever. I was wrong again. Green Bay wins. Cool. Next, Cleveland Browns going into Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. Honestly, 18-13, I believe was the score. I'm not even going to look it up because I'm pretty sure I was right. 18-13. Cleveland won. I picked Jacksonville. Ugh, garbage. I do believe, in the early slate of games, I got 4 right out of 4 out of 11. So it was 4-7. Ugh, garbage. Yeah, Jacksonville. Something stinks down there in Duval County. Anyway. Another surprise, yet not a surprise, but a little surprise. San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And the Vikings won. They looked really good. They looked competent. Granted, the most dangerous player on the field wasn't on the field in Christian McCaffrey. But that duty then fell to Justin Jefferson, who absolutely crushed it. 97-yard touchdown amongst many other catches. That's the big one that I saw, and just, wow. Minnesota, let me see. Did I actually do you dirty? Yeah, I did you dirty. 3-14, and you already got 2 wins. There's no way you're going to lose 3 or less games. Or win only 3 or fewer games. You're going to completely destroy my silly little prediction. And I would say I apologize, but, with the offseason you had, I wasn't the only one. Anyway, Minnesota looks great. I can't wait for Addison to actually get healthy and join Jefferson, although he went out with an injury, but they're saying he's okay enough. Hey, let's move that. Shh, we don't talk about my beverage. Minnesota could be a playoff team. I think I may have just jinxed them. Next, Seattle Seahawks going up against the New England Patriots. And again, this was a close game, but Seattle was just a little too much. Jacoby Brissett could not overcome that young, talented defense. And that's my second one of the early games. Woo! This week sucked. Moving on to the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. This was a back and forth game, and I don't understand why. I guess it's Rodgers getting back into it, but he has the weapons on offense. He should be doing much better than he is, but he's not. Like Tennessee, that's exactly kind of what I'm expecting is, well, honestly, I expected them to get destroyed, not hang in games and then just lose them. But I don't expect them to win. Like, this game was too close for my liking. And if I were a Jets fan, I would be concerned. This Thursday is going to tell you a lot about the team. But we'll get into that next video. So we're going to move on to the New Jersey Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. And again, I picked Washington. Oh yeah, I picked the Jets to beat Tennessee, in case you didn't know that. I picked Washington to beat the Giants. And Jaden Daniels' first career win, even though it's a team victory, it shouldn't go to the quarterback. But that's a gripe for another time. Yeah, it was close. Whatever. I don't know the final score. I saw that it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I figured it'd be a double-digit win for the Commanders. But, of course, they got to make it interesting on me. Moving on to the late afternoon, the 3 o'clock, 3:30 window. The Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, divisional games are always different because divisional games are usually more contentious. And I picked the Rams because I thought they had the better offense. Wow. Arizona just said, shut up, and slapped the crap out of the Rams. Marvin Harrison with 2 touchdowns, first 2 of his career. So, congrats on that. But Arizona just destroyed the Rams. The Rams had no answers, offense, defense, special teams. Like, I'm pretty sure the cheerleaders were even crying. It was just terrible. The Cardinals just beat the crap out of them. What are the Rams going to do from here? I don't know. What are the Cardinals going to do? I don't know. Are they better than I thought? I mean, they hung in with Buffalo, still losing, and then got just absolutely crushed the Rams. This upcoming week they have Detroit, so that'll be a good test. At home against the Lions. Lions coming off of a loss. That's going to be interesting. But I picked the Rams. Obviously they lost. Crap. Moving on to the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. I picked Pittsburgh. They won. Like, I can't say much about it because it really wasn't, there wasn't much to say. I watched a few of the highlights. Justin Fields threw a touchdown. Cool. But it really apparently wasn't a very exciting game. Sorry, Pittsburgh and Denver fans. Your teams are boring. But Pittsburgh got the win, so be boring all you want as long as you win, right? I'd take it. Next, Cincinnati Bengals going into Kansas City to play the Chiefs, and a little bit of contentious bickering because of some penalties late. I've seen the highlights. At least I saw the pass interference. Yes, it was pass interference. Even though I would love to say, oh, the Chiefs got bailed out by the refs. Not this time. Many other games, yes, 100%. But this one, it was clearly pass interference. Chiefs ended up winning by a field goal. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I mean, the Bengals looked good in the first half. They even went into halftime with the lead. And then the Chiefs do recent Chiefs things. And by recent, I mean last 6-7 years. Ever since Mahomes has been the starter, essentially. I hate the Chiefs. Next, moving on to Sunday Night Football. Yes, I had picked the Chiefs, in case you didn't know that. But it sucks. Sunday Night Football, Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans. And this was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Houston ends up winning. I did pick Houston, but Chicago played better than I thought. Not good enough. Anyway, but with their defense and their special teams, once Caleb Williams gets comfortable, if he gets comfortable, they're going to be competent. That's the best I got for you, because I don't see Caleb being fantastic. But Houston wins. I picked them. Yay. Then going on to Monday Night Football, where, yeah, I did not see this coming at all. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and Philly choked it away. Philly had the lead late. On the game-sealing drive, they passed it, and not only did they pass it, it was dropped, stopping the clock, giving the Falcons a chance, and Kirk Cousins pulling a rabbit out of his hat and ending up winning the game for the Falcons. I picked the Eagles, figured they'd, continue to roll a bit, and then they choke away a game. So they're in playoff form as well. Same with the Cowboys. So the whole NFC East just ready for them playoffs already in week 2. That's brilliant. Anyway, that's it. That's my recap of what little I saw, what my opinions on some of the things that happened, and 7-9. That makes me sad. Anyway, I hope you have a good one. I hope to see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day. See you later.